Hello, it's Kadesha. I'm back with another video. I know I have talked about previously about how to build a corporation, and okay, hold on, because this be trying to play me, and there are benefits to having your own corporation, but these are some things, or one thing in particular, that we have to think about when we are doing this. You're going to have to be an employee as well as the boss. And I say this, of course, because I'm always learning from my current experiences, and I've seen previously to where when an employee doesn't do something, and I guess that's the benefit of building something from the ground up, so you can kind of get a little bit of everything. And that's one thing that I do applaud about job that I did work at. It was Marshalls, and they cross-trained you so that, okay, if we have somebody call out here but you're still working, you know how to do this job, and it becomes to where we're not neglecting this area because only so and so knows how to do it. So cross training is very, very important. However, it is important for you as well to be cross trained and not just a boss. So like I said, this is something that I'm actually experiencing right now, and something I've seen before, to where employees don't show up because this is not their job. I mean, this is not, and I don't want to say not their job, it's their job, but it's not theirs. And so they will, most of the time, and I can't say that for always, they would do, of course, the bare minimum, but when they need to call out, they will. And as a boss, yeah, you can be sick if you have that core, those core people to where your business is able to run without you. And that's what, of course, what you ultimately want to build up to. But in that process, there are going to be some times to where people call out and you're like, what do? I don't have anybody else that can do it. And you're going to have to step in and do it. And unfortunately, most bosses, when we get to a certain age, a certain position where we feel like we have enough employees under us, are like, oh, okay, I don't want to have to go into this job. I want to have someone there. And if someone can't be there, then I don't know, that job is going to be neglected. And that's unfortunate, it's sad, and it's bad for business. So that's what we have to take into account when we are building these corporations, because I do believe that the Lord has called us to build things. So I'm not saying it's bad to have that, but it's just to make sure you have the mindset behind it, that if so-and-so decides to not come into work today, or let's get real, because this is what I had to start thinking about when I felt like I was overworking for someone else. And of course, you can overwork for yourself as well. I was thinking, now what if I died? They're going to have to find somebody else. And like I said, when usually you get to a certain point in the company, it's not you who's having to find someone else. You have your other employee under you scrambling to get someone to fill this position. And so that's, nice, but also stressful for them. And that's why I'm just saying, as a boss and you're wanting to have something to where you're can benefit others, you have to be willing to do some of the things that when you get to a certain level, like, okay, if somebody calls out, I got to step in and do this, because it's not only that I'm sure you're going to have other obligations. I'm not saying that, but it's just like, okay, if I don't have anybody else to fill it, I have to do it. It has to get done. And that's the best thing. If we have that mindset, that's the best way your business is going to succeed amongst everyone else who is depending on other people to actually fill in those gaps. Because like I said, I've seen it firsthand, and that's the only kind of downside of being and I say a boss, but just in charge of other employees, because you have to do the work if they don't show up or if they decide not to do it. And also you take the hit, because they may say, it's just kind of like, your children, because your children, when your children do something, it reflects you. So yeah, you may get onto an employee about something, but this is the person in which you hired. So we have to think about all of those different things when it comes to building a corporation. It's not just about making money, or at least it should not be. It should be about giving a service to the best of ability to the people who need it, and filling in the gaps when things fall short, because life happens. Things happen. Like I said, for one, people pass away every single day, but also you have people who have family emergencies or whatever the case may be, and we have to be willing to have a plan B, in a sense, when those things occur. So thank you so much for watching. This is more so our business side of the videos today. I hope you were able to grab something from this. I was about to, oh Lord, I'm not gonna tell you what I was about to say, but like I always say, sa cambio que quieres ver en otros. Until next time, bye.